Today I will tell you one of the most famous and most tragic cave stories ever. This is not just about someone getting stuck underground. This is the story of a man who slowly lost his fight while the whole world was watching. Viewer discretion is advised. It was January 30th, 1925. Floyd Collins, 37 years old, entered Sand Cave in Kentucky. He wasn't just exploring for fun. Floyd dreamed of turning the cave into a tourist attraction, something that could bring fortune to him and his family. With only a lantern and a rope, he crawled deeper and deeper into the earth. At first, it felt like just another exploration. But then, disaster struck. A massive rock shifted and crushed his leg, pinning him in place. No matter how hard he fought, he could not move. Would anyone hear his cries? That first night was terrifying. Alone, in total darkness. Floyd lay motionless. His lantern burned out, leaving him with nothing but silence, pain, and the crushing weight of the earth. Every sound was amplified. Every breath felt heavier. He shouted for help, his voice echoing through the cold stone passages. But would anyone come in time? The next day, rescuers finally reached him, but the passage was so tight, only one man at a time could crawl through. They tried to dig. They tried to move the rock. Nothing worked. The cave resisted every effort, as if it was determined to keep Floyd in its grip. How much longer could he endure? Above ground, the story spread quickly. What began as a small rescue soon grew into a spectacle. First dozens arrived, then hundreds. And before long, thousands. Reporters set up tents, vendors sold food. It became a bizarre carnival of tragedy. While the surface buzzed with noise, Floyd remained trapped in silence far below. The crowd cheered, but down in the dark, he was still fighting for every breath. Days went by. Floyd grew weaker. The freezing air drained his strength. Rescuers brought him food and water whenever possible. But collapses and falling rocks blocked the way again and again. Every hour, the chance of saving him slipped further away. By the fifth day, his face had turned pale. His voice was faint. Some rescuers said he still cracked small jokes, but beneath the surface, his body was failing. Would this be the last time they ever spoke to him? Meanwhile, the rescuers faced their own nightmare. Each crawl into the tunnel, scraped skin and tore clothing. Men came out bleeding, gasping for air, only to dive back in again. They risked their lives for Floyd, but the cave seemed to tighten its grip with every passing hour. By the end of the first week, disaster struck again. The tunnel collapsed completely, cutting off all direct access to Floyd. The only option left was to dig a new shaft from above, but digging through solid rock was painfully slow, and Floyd's time was almost gone. Above, the carnival only grew. Families came with children. Photographers sold portraits. Radio stations gave hourly updates. The world was listening, but no one knew if Floyd was still alive beneath their feet. By the 10th day, rescuers feared the worst. Floyd's responses grew faint. Sometimes he whispered. Other times there was only silence. Every pause in his voice was terrifying. Had the cave already claimed him? For nearly 2 weeks, men worked day and night. They drilled, blasted, and dug their way downward, pushing inch by inch toward the chamber. Every strike of the hammer echoed like a clock ticking down. The shaft grew closer, but Floyd's strength faded faster. Finally, after 14 long days, rescuers broke through to the chamber. But it was too late. Floyd Collins was dead, still pinned beneath the same stone that had trapped him from the very beginning. His body was later recovered, but his story lived on. Floyd Collins became known as the man trapped in Kentucky, a story that left the entire world asking one question: could more have been done to save him?